All right, so guys, there's a little correction I need to make here for these two problems that we did today during class, so I want to send it to you now. So everything we were doing for the most part right. I'm going to look at this first problem here, and it says, use a calculator to approximate the degree measure to 1 decimal place or radian measure to 4 decimal places of the angle theta subject to the given conditions. And I said because the way the angle is written here, we're supposed to be writing our answer in degrees, right? So we said the way we're going to solve this was we're going to say that theta was equal to the cosine inverse of negative 5 over 6, okay? And so then I'm going to use my calculator, guys. I'm going to use that graphing calculator app that I have. Let me clear this out. Let me make sure I'm in degree mode, which is right there. Now I'm done. Okay, so we're going to go cosine inverse of negative 5 over 6. And if you notice what I'm coming up with is 146.4 degrees, right? Okay, so I'm coming up with 146.4 degrees, but look at what it's telling me. It's telling me my angle should be somewhere between 180 and 270. This angle here is not between 180 and 270. So let's take a look at what this means. 146.4 degrees would mean that my angle looks something like this. And this is 146.4. So what I want to do is I want to find the reference angle theta prime. Okay, the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to take 180 minus 146.4. Okay, so let me do that real quick. Let me get my calculator. 180 minus 146.4. And that's 33.6. Okay, so this angle right here is 33.6. So theta is 33.6. 0.6 degrees, 0.6 degrees, okay? So what's that telling me? It's telling me that I can also draw a separate triangle. Oops. I can also draw a separate triangle that would look like this, where this angle would also be 33.6 degrees. So the entire angle here, theta, would be 180 plus, oops, come on now, okay, plus 33.6 degrees. So my angle would be 213.6, okay? And what I want you to think about is, the reason we came up with 146.4 was the cosine of my angle is negative. The cosine is always dealing with the x values, right? So in quadrant 2, right here, x is negative. But x is also negative in quadrant 3, so we were looking for that angle to be in quadrant 3, okay? Guys, the same thing will apply to this problem here. And what I would do this problem here exactly the same way I did this one. I would actually keep it in degrees. So look, let me do that. Cosine inverse of negative 5/8. So my angle is going to be cosine inverse of negative 5 over 8. Okay. So I'm going to do this just like we did before. Cosine inverse of negative 5 over 8. I'm coming up with 128.7 degrees. So theta is 127, or what was it? 120 something, 128.7 degrees. Oops, so I want 128.7 degrees. Okay, and if I'm supposed to be between pi and 3 pi over 2, that's the same thing as saying I'm supposed to be between 180 and 270, and I'm not, okay? So I'm going to do this just like I did before. Here's my 128.7, right? And so 128.7, so let's go ahead and find our reference angle. Theta prime is going to be 180 minus that, okay? So I'm going to take 180 minus 128.7, 51.3. So this angle here is 51.3 degrees. So which tells me that this angle is also going to be 51.3 degrees, right? So the way I'm going to find this angle now is I'm going to take 180 And I'm going to add 51.3. 180 plus 51.3, 231.3. And then because it did ask us to do it in radians, I'll go ahead and convert that now. So we're going to take 231.3 over 1 times pi over 180. And you're going to do this, you're going to end up with decimals, guys, but whatever number you get would be the number that I would write for this part right here, okay? So I just want to kind of go over that because I did realize that we didn't meet those conditions right there. So we definitely want to do that, okay? Y'all got questions? Let me know. I'm happy to help.